I would hope that the marriage between your daughter and Brother Klaus would bring hopefully happiness to both parties and perhaps peace between your land and the land of the monks.
Uh, I'm not following you. There is peace between our land and the land of the monks.
I think Bulgaria looks a little taken aback and says, then why have the sea people been stealing the goods of the monks?
Well, like if they're on land, then that's one thing. But if they get in boats and go out on the sea, I mean, whatever's in the sea is our stuff. I mean, we're not stealing it.
But it's not technically in the sea, it's in the boats.
But the boats are in the sea.
I shake my head and I say, Sir, if this union is to be, I think that an agreement would have to be made, for your people are terrorizing the monks, and their goods. Those are theirs.
All right. Well, so first I didn't know the monks were such babies, and second, I mean, I'm the king, so if I say they get married, then they get married, and if I say we don't need an agreement, then we don't need an agreement. So the way I see it, that's how this goes down.
Then
Which
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to take Brother Klaus with me, and there will be no marriage.
Brother Klaus has has the look of someone who is trying to balance on one foot on a very high pole. he's just he's just clearly in mental agony. What is happening here? Like little beads of sweat running down his face. And
Does he say anything?
he's his mouth is moving, but no actual words are coming out. uh, and
I think I take him by the shoulder and I say, "Come on, son, we're leaving."
all right. The king says, "To speak in such a way to a king, and to take your leave as you please, is nothing less than." There's a word for it, but I can't remember. Anyway,
I think I say, I turn to, I don't really look at him. I just kind of glance over my shoulder. I didn't realize the King of the Sea was such a baby.
all right. Seize them! Fighting conflict.
All right.
So sea people are rushing at you, and you are trying to, I assume, escape to back to the surface.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go straight in terms of visuals. I think we can go straight to you swimming with Klaus to the surface, and then just like horde of dudes coming up behind you, and that's kind of where we're starting with a conflict. And then
Okay.
for pace, I mean, I'll say clash by clash, the middle one.
Okay.
And then you can decide whether to keep
It
it
could
there
go.
or
It could go either way, or you could keep it there, or you could go up, you could go down.
Yeah, I think that the clash by clash sounds good.
Okay.
So I think that I'm going to start. I've got Klaus in one hand, and I'm going to unzip my pouch of big rocks, and I'm gonna just start, dropping them down on the sea people's heads.
All right. So let's see a roll.
That was a success.
Yeah.
All right. So you're Your plan works like a charm, and you drop the rock straight. It's surprising how well this works, considering that you wouldn't really think it would. But comic book logic, the rocks fall straight on the sea people's heads and stun them, and like the sea peoples are just scattering away. And I think it's time, though, to bring out... Obviously, since you are at the heart of the Sea People's Kingdom, they have here the biggest octopus. So now, purely release the Kraken, a genuinely enormous, monstrous creature, comes speeding up from the undersea coral palace and lunges at your foot with its enormous tentacle, wrapping you in to bring you back to its maw. Its cavernous maw. So you do need one more success here.
Alright, so I think that I am going to surprise the octopus and turn myself so that I'm going head first towards the octopus and propelling myself towards the octopus, using my spirally horns to impale said Kraken.
Wow. Alright.
No!
Oh no. Alright. Well, you do narrate your failure.
Yes. So I think that I do end up torpedoing into the Kraken, but he is more gelatinous than I had anticipated, so he just kind of
enfolds.
Okay. So you're just enfolded in the Kraken's mass.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to wrap you with his tentacles and dangle you in front of his beak and snatch you up. And now we've got one roll left, and it's a succeed or fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm being dangled by
you're
in front of his beak.
Yes, you're being dragged in a tentacled grasp. You're being dragged towards his enormous beak.
Okay. I think I kind of I'm gonna try to grab my satchel full of rocks and just kind of slam it into the Kraken.
Gotcha.
Although since we're in water, I hope this works.
Okay.
Oh,
that is a success.
Yeah.
All right. You slam your satchel into the Kraken's square on its beak, in fact, and it stunned. It lets go, and you swim quickly to the surface and